We're pleased to be joined now by Katie Kutscher, the owner and operator of Berkley Common, as well as Christine Gross, the owner and CFO of Berkley Common, joining us now on the MegaCast. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So appreciate having the two of you. So Katie, let's start off with you. Tell us a little bit about Berkley Common and tell us about your restaurant and what sets it apart from others in the local area.
Sure. We are Berkley Common. We are located on 3087 12 Mile on the corner of Griffith, right on Main Street. We opened 4 years ago. I did open a couple places in Manhattan before here. Moved here and opened this great spot. It is gastropub with a global flair. We do amazing craft cocktails. We have 30 taps, and we rotate our menu twice a year. What also makes us stand out, we have this amazing outdoor space that the city has given us through COVID. We have done a couple themed outdoor menus, and right now we're doing our beach bungalows, which will now wrap up for the summer and go into our igloo dining theme.
So you talked about some of the promotional opportunities that have been there through the city of Berkeley over the course of the pandemic. There's also some more promotional opportunities that are coming up this weekend, as you'll be participating in Berkley Nights and their kickoff events, Restaurant Weekend and the Night Market. Tell us what people can expect from Berkley Common during those events, and what deals may be in place for them if they're looking for a good meal out there in Berkeley.
Sure, I'd love to speak about this weekend. We are kicking off Berkley Nights, which is a 30-day citywide calendar of events. This weekend, we kick off with Restaurant Weekend starting on Friday, going through Saturday. We have 11 participating restaurants all around in the Berkeley area offering special deals. We've got a couple from Oak Park as well. There's some new additions to the Berkeley Chamber's roster. And there'll also be a trolley taking you through stops throughout town where you can stop, shop, and eat. Some of the specials that you'll see on this map, you'll see food and drink. We will be doing a really, really, really cool cocktail special along with a food special, a Mediterranean burger paired with an Oktoberfest pint. And also a smoked bourbon maple cocktail out of this beautiful skeleton. So come on down and check out all of it that everybody has to offer.
That sounds like a spooky good time this weekend at Restaurant Weekend and at the Night Market during Berkley Nights. You can learn more at downtownberkeley.com. We're joined by Katie Kutscher and Christine Gross. They are the owners, and Katie's the operator, Christine the CFO as well of Berkley Common. And Christine, you've been operating this restaurant for 4 years, you as well as Katie, and the pandemic certainly changed things for every business, especially for our restaurants and other retail businesses as well. How did Berkley Common navigate its way through the pandemic? Because every single restaurant seems to have its own story and its own ways that it modified its business model to survive the pandemic. You've been able to survive so far. What steps were taken to make that happen during a really interesting and very tough year and a half plus?
Yeah, I think that every business that did survive or will survive learned to change their model quickly and often, which is what we did. Within a week of the pandemic, we became a carry-out only restaurant, having not much experience in that, and then quickly developed carry-out packages for Mother's Day, for other holidays where people could still celebrate and pick up a whole package here to go. And then through each phase, we adapted to the current state of the pandemic, current regulations. We worked with the city and we're able to get this great outdoor space. So we've been serving outdoors now for 18 months and indoors as well. But through rain, through snow, we're serving and we're adapting. And I think we'll continue to do so. And as my sister mentioned, we are heading into our winter season again, and we are bringing back the igloos. It'll be a slightly different theme, but we'll be celebrating indoors and outdoors all winter long.
We're joined by Katie Kutscher, the owner and operator of Berkley Common, as well as Christine Gross, the owner and CFO of Berkley Common. Learn more about the restaurant at berkleycommon.com. And Katie, Christine, each restaurant and really every business has different COVID-19 protocols and rules in place right now. When people attend Berkley Common, what rules are in place? What should they be expecting in terms of COVID-19 protocols?
Yeah, so we've been very conservative since the beginning with COVID. Right now, our protocols, all of our staff are still in masks. We do require people to wear masks if they're not vaccinated. If we are doing a private event, we do have an upstairs private event space, we are requiring a vaccinated only private event. So those are the current rules right now. You can check everything out at our website to get further into detail at berkleycommon.com. But we maintain a very safe environment. We do still have our tables socially distanced, 6 feet apart. While we are taking a little bit of larger groups, more than 6, you can assure that you're not sitting right next to the other group of people. So we take it very seriously.
We're joined by Katie Kutscher, the owner and operator of Berkley Common Restaurant in Berkley, as well as Christine Gross, the owner and the CFO of Berkley Common as well. So the two of you are sisters. You opened Berkley Common together 4 years ago. Before that, Katie, you had mentioned you had ran some restaurants out of Manhattan, but what were the two of you doing before you ultimately came together to open Berkley Common? And what led the two of you to decide to open this restaurant together in Berkley?
So I'm a CPA and I run an accounting business, which I still do in addition to being a CFO here. My sister was out east and she can speak to that, running various businesses. We have kids the same age, and this opportunity came about with a local business in the neighborhood that I live in and raise my kids in, and it was a great way for us to bring our families closer, to get my sister and her family back to Michigan, and to do something exciting that is rewarding for us and gives back to the community. It is a place for our kids to go to work, and kind of to watch a family create something together, which is at the center of this business. It's a family business.
We're joined by Katie Kutscher and Christine Gross. They are the owners of Berkley Common Restaurant located in Berkley, Michigan. And they will be participating, of course, in downtown Berkley's Berkley Nights, and especially the restaurant weekend coming up this weekend, as well as the night market. Learn more information about Berkley Nights at downtownberkley.com, as well as learn more about Berkley Common at berkleycommon.com. Ladies, just another couple minutes with you today before we'll say goodbye. Anything else that people should know right now about your restaurant, or other important or special news that people should be aware of coming up?
Yeah, I mean, we have, like I said, we have so many fun things happening in the city and at our restaurant over the next month. Just to name a few, we have Ladies Night Out coming on October 14th. We have a trick or treat stroll that's coming in the city. And then there's a Monster Mash to conclude all of the month's events. Tonight, particularly in our restaurant, we're doing a spotlight series, a pop-up movie. The Big Lebowski will be shown tonight. You can grab seats at 10 o'clock. There'll be some snacks, and there'll be some really beautiful cocktails by our very own Jake and Jared, some great bartenders that we have. And then look for us on Facebook at berkleycommon.com, and you'll see all of our events going forward.
Okay.
And I guess,
please,
to add to that, this is, this October month-long event is a new event this year, and was created with the DDA, with the Chamber, which we are both a part of, in addition to local volunteers from local businesses and residents, kind of coming together to create a month-long celebration. And many of the activities are outdoors, should you choose to want to stay outdoors. And so I think it's done in a safe way, but people are craving being together and celebrating. And I think that's hopefully what we've created for this month.
Well, Katie, Christine, we appreciate your time. Thanks for letting us know more about Berkley Common and introducing us to what's going to be happening down there this weekend during restaurant weekend, during Berkley Nights. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.